so you've really elevated past that. And I don't think people even know that you still exist, or that you have a place to buy things, or that they could just call you and have something made. I don't think a majority of people know that. You know, I think they see a piece at Todd Merrill or Center 44 or wherever, and they love it and they buy it, and they probably assume that you're not.
Could I pass?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you do have a valid point.
So let's change that.
The rush that I get as a sculptor is getting an image in my mind. When I had literally the epiphany that I want to do this, I want to be a sculptor, I just didn't even know how to begin. The only work that I had ever done with metal was soldering. I saw a show with sculptors of the 50s up in Provincetown, and that really set me off. I saw this work by well-known sculptors of that time, Richard Stankiewicz and David Smith and Jason Seeley and John Chamberlain. All of these well-known American sculptors were working in metal. They were big pieces, and I saw that work and I said, I want to learn how to do that. And I literally went and bought books on welding. You know, you can buy books back before the internet and the web. You could buy books and read them. I just started. I literally got a book on how to weld, opened it up, and turn on the tank, look at the gauges. By doing that, it became an integral part of my work because I wasn't taught properly. I made all the mistakes because I didn't know what I was doing.
But did your mistakes?
Yes, because the mistakes became part of an integral, this whole texture thing. This all of the coloring that you see here, yeah. All of the edge work and everything else, all of the casting techniques, they're all mistakes. Had
you started as a learned person, you would have all thought that all this was a mistake. And
exactly, I would have gone in a totally different direction.
Isn't that interesting?
Well, that's the journey.
That is the
They
journey.
talk about the journey. This is the journey. Jump shear or squaring shear, because when you jump on it, you cut the piece off. The guy that made it, but it's a very important piece of equipment. First of all, you know, it doesn't look it. It's perfectly flat. All of these holes, very, very important. These holes take these. These are called dogs. The reason I can't answer. But when you put them in, you can put them in any way, and they clamp things down in a very, in any way you want.
Wow.
So I can clamp odd-shaped objects on this table, and they won't move in any position. And because it's so strong and thick and heavy, I can pound it with hammers, and it doesn't move.
Wow.
So it's a very, very key element.
Take all the heat and
Exactly. It's a This was in 1959. I had a rent-controlled apartment. I was on the 6th floor, 225 West 10th Street. My apartment was $19 a month. Because at that time, that's when all of this, what I was telling you, happened. I literally took my apartment and lined it with tin cans. I took tin cans that I found on the street and flattened it. Cutting out the bottom with a hand cutter, flatten them out, and then nail
a can
opener and flatten them out so that my whole kitchen was covered with metal to protect it from the welding, from the sparks, because I was going to burn down the building.
Nice. That's the rest of it.
Well, you know, I've been very fortunate. You know, people have liked what I do, and I'm going to go do it.
Well, because how could you not like everything that you do?
Well, you know, it's there are people that my work is not related to, and I understand that. I'm very proud of it, but it's not very good.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you. Thank you.
So nice to see you again. This is Silas Seandel, and I'm Lauren Day. Thanks.